Are we early or are we actually lunatics? I've got some mad crypto updates coming your way, friends, right now. This is Decentralized Me from Pulse Chain Community. He's referring to LibertySwap from Pulse Chain, talking about their pDAI adoption here. Remember, they've done some new cool bridge upgrade stuff where they've added liquidity pools. pDAI has now appeared on Ethereum. It's probably showing more cool things to come. Just as LibertySwap starts to count down to parity, they drop an adoption curve post. That's not how you talk when something is dying. That's how you talk when you know the market hasn't realized the utility yet. We're not you lunatics, we're simply early. We are the innovators, the ones who buy before the use case is obvious. Next comes the early adopters, the users who will interact with the finished product as intended. I can think of someone else who likes to talk about adoption curves, and he's referring to Richard Hart, talking about where you are in the adoption curve. Obviously, Bitcoin has ETFs and stuff out here, maybe laggard thinking here, and we're hoping that all the risks we take with altcoins, everything on Pulse Chain, we hope we are part of the early innovative visionary stuff out here, though you could make a meme and a joke about it. But, you know, when you're early, friends, there's also a lot of risk. So, unfortunately, the story to show you, a Cardano ADA holder has swapped 6.9 million of Cardanzo, and he only received 850K. So he has lost $6 million due to low liquidity. And you can see this chart here. He bought the stablecoin up, went all the way up to a value of $125 for the stablecoin and all the way back down. This is what's most painful of it all. This guy had $6.9 million of ADA. The last time he touched his wallet was 5 years ago. So he held the whole way, and he's come for one interaction. He swapped all of it into a stable coin, bang, lost 6 million. Oh my gosh. And there was not enough liquidity, friends. So this is why I just tell you, family-friendly advice. I can't give you financial advice, but always split up your orders. Just be careful about that. You really got to be careful. Check your slippage, split up orders. Do things slow. Okay, don't do these big, giant, colossal moves out here. It's just, it's nasty because in crypto, not only is the price and everything like exploding a lot of the times, going down, which is sad. You also have the risk of getting hacked, making an error. The slippage is too high. You have the MEV scum bots who should all be in jail. All of them. Let's play some music as well. All your MEV bots trying to sandwich you. So you really got to be careful, friends. Set your slippage, like I said, low, but it's just wild, man. Never do full clip anything. Always do little parts. Protect yourself. I covered this for you as well before, friends, but just so you know, this is Nikolai, one of the MakerDAO co-founders. And then before he passed away, he was assassinated by the Coconut Intelligence Agency and Mossad. Okay, he drowned in like a knee deep of water. Okay, very obvious. He was murdered. He basically calls out the ZeCash founder and says he's a Fed agent. He's a Glowie. Okay, and just showing you that the people who make the actual real useful stuff in crypto, they stay in the background. They don't put their face on all of it, the actual real stuff like Monero and things out here. And when people, they always get hunted down, Tornado Cash, etc. Okay, so you got to be careful just with everything you see, because you see ZeCash going up. There's this narrative which is very, very painful if you get it wrong. Very painful. This is ZeCash. Obviously, if ZeCash has gone on a huge run, people are buying it. There's actually people saying, oh, people on Bitcoin are now going to all come and join ZeCash and shield it and stuff. So it's fake shielding. They have the technology, friends, to trace where you are anyway. It's not even real privacy. It's just like yeah, it is what it is. Because the Winklevoss twins are shielding it. Arthur Gaze shielding it. Ansem shielding it. Mert shielding it. They all have 500,000, 1 million people following them. So the narrative has been obviously pushed there. But I'm just saying, don't FOMO buy anything, man. It's literally gone up 20x in a straight line. Not financial advice. Obviously, I've got to tell you that, okay, friends? So you got to be careful. Obviously, that's why this guy made a joke. If you put a dollar into ZeCash 1 year ago, you'd be a millionaire today. Crazy when you think about it. So he's joking, because there's been this meme going around. Oh, if you put $100 into this, you'd have $1 trillion right now. You put $20 into this, you have $40 and everything out here. Also, friends, commenting on markets, current markets right now. This guy is Aporia. What he's done is, we got the crypto fear and greed index, and he's shown that when Bitcoin has a reading of 10 on the fear and greed, which is low fear, he's shown how, see how the line is in the middle? The line is near zero return. So it's basically saying it's not predictive. Okay, so when you have Bitcoin fear and greed 2 days in a row of 10, which is what we've had, It doesn't mean, oh, the next 1 or 3 months is up. It's literally 50-50. It's gone down heaps, it's gone up. Actually, this is the average of it. It kind of looks like it's skewed a bit to the up, but yeah, it's basically just the average. Okay, the red is the median. The median in the middle. All right, so yeah, I think that's important, right? Just so we can identify just some stats and everything out here. Psychedelic. We are not entering a prolonged bear market. The only phrase I see at the moment is bear market this and bear market that, comparing everything in 2022. Anyone comparing today to 2022 just because that was the last bear market is retardio. Bear market. And he refers to, at the end of 2021, we're coming off the back of 3 trillion stimulus into the economy, and the crypto industry grew. Total gained 400%. So the whole industry grew 5x overall. And then inflation went up to 9%. He goes, and that was a big monetary expansion. But right now, things are different. Inflation's lower. Liquidity is about to ease for the first time in 2.5 years. We have all this crypto adoption. Yes, so look at this. At the end of 2021, total expanded 5x. So that's 400%. Total 3 had pushed 350%. That was a lot of room to fall. Bitcoin dominance was at 52%. Right now, total has only pushed 40% above its highs. It's only expanded 40%. Man, it's 1/10 of what it did in 2021. 1/10. That's why when people say, oh, there was euphoria in the market, that's 10 out of 100. They go, yeah, there was euphoria, but it's a value of like, 10 out of 100. Technically it is. People did buy dog coins and stuff, but it's 10 out of 100 from before. I don't have all the answers, friends. I don't know what happens from here, whatever. Here we have Matthew Highland as well, showing a weekly close below 98,000 for Bitcoin, confirms an end to the weekly uptrend, and it establishes a weekly downtrend. So many people are calling for Bitcoin to now do big retrace, 70, 60, 50K. It is what it is. I mean, we don't know. What can you do, man? What can you do? I know altcoins are cheap. Okay, I'm not here to guess, if Bitcoin's going down or up, all right? Other people do that. They'll do well for themselves. They'll promise you the world. They'll say, come and buy my tools. Come and buy my indicator. Come and buy my group. Come and subscribe to this. They will rinse you dry, and then they'll gaslight you when you go ask them, hey, I'm trying to follow. It's not working. They'll say, oh, you're not doing it right. This other guy's making money. Yeah, don't talk to the other guy, and they'll fake gaslight you, okay? Because they just want your money. Here we have Mr. Royson Hart. Pulse Chain can significantly enhance Ethereum's capabilities by introducing a DeFi stablecoin. Currently, the platform relies heavily on USDC and USDT, which is controlled by a centralized entity. This centralized control poses a significant vulnerability to Ethereum and its core principles. It's true, friends. So, friends, Tether and USDC, they can literally disable most of Ethereum chain. There's $180 billion of it. They can literally just go, boop, says we're disabling every address. Goodbye. The money's locked. And so people now owe money. They can't even grab it in the bank account. All done. They can do that. Obviously. You might say, oh, will they do that? Is it an imaginary horrible? Look, man, you just don't know what the next 10 years plans out, Now, I want to ask you, people who think like that, do you understand if people thought like you so naively, we would never have an industry? Because people were saying to Satoshi, oh, you really think the government is just going to keep deflating the currency and printing money and bailing out banks and basically destroying the middle class purchasing power? You really think they do that? That's so myopic. Guess what? It's not myopic, dude. That's the game. That's how it works. We are in that game. That's why he made Bitcoin. So that's what happens, right? Thank you to Mr. Royson for this post. The emergence of a stablecoin free from these centralized controls could lead to its widespread adoption and expansion across various ecosystems. The old DAI, which is predominantly backed by USDC as it transitions to a more centralized model, still stands as the best DeFi coin to date. However, it may not be able to withstand the threat of government intervention. Because the old DAI, friends, Ethereum DAI, that Nikolai co-founded, the USDC is part of the collateral for it to be accepted. And it's 40% of all the collateral in it. So they can disable 40% if they want. Do you want to run a chain on that? Do you want to think about, don't think about today or tomorrow. Think about 10 years. Think about 20 years. Governments are going to change. What if Kamala Krappus comes in? What if there's a whole soy wave? What a socialist and communism wave, friends? Friends, what if, you never know, what if America gets a socialist president who says, okay, what we're going to do is We're going to put a big tax on everyone in crypto on Ethereum chain. We have access to USDC. We're just going to blacklist you if you don't comply. And you need to sign, give us all your information. Imagine they just did that. They could do that. They have the power to. In crypto, we build stuff so you don't even have the power to be able to do it. That's how we solve all the problems. Mr. Kingsman, I just say things and they happen. pDAI is $1. So a LibertySwap has released the dashboard. Now we have DAI on Ethereum, friends. pDAI on Ethereum. pDAI from Pulse Chain is now on the Ethereum side. Maybe that's a sign of good things to come. Here we have Mr. Bobby A. People not realizing that Ethereum and many alts are in the process of bottoming proves just how uneducated, ill-informed, and fickle most of investors are. From a sentiment, technical, and cyclical perspective, the asset is closer to a bottom than a top. I'll refer back to his post. I hope so, but also, you know, no one knows as well. No one knows 2025 has been poop. It's a year of the snake. We're still in year of the snake, friends. We are in year of the snake. We've got Spoonie here to try slice them. We've got our pointy elbows trying to smack them down, friends. Just squeeze the neck of the snake into the floor. The crypto industry is still growing. Rectardiomedes. Total crypto market cap at the start of each year. Okay, so in 2014, the whole industry was 11 billion. In 2020, it was 190 billion. Now we are 3.3 trillion. So the industry is growing, friends. It is growing. Wow. Obviously, there's been a big stalling out here. Look at this. In 2021, we're at 3 trillion. And right now we're at 3. So, yeah, there has been a big gap stalling out. If you go back to any 5-year period from here, you are like unimaginably profitable on side in any 5-year period except that one. Right? So, I mean, are we really surprised at this point after everything we've been through? Not really. We're not surprised. Ted Pillows, not Ted Blanket. Looks like everyone is selling their altcoins. Worst altcoin cycle ever. Yeah. But also, it's funny, they're highlighting these little parts and stuff out here, friends, as well. We're still looking at Others BTC. Remember, Others BTC is... I don't want to jinx anything, but QT is ending. I wonder what lurks ahead. QT is ending. Remember, this is the US Fed balance sheet. Okay. US Fed balance sheet. QT is ending. Others BTC, let's see. Okay, you know, we still got 2 weeks of November. It's been down Toba, down Vember. Is it going to be down December too? I hope not. I've been lighting the candle every day. Like, subscribe, belly button, all. Catch you in the next one.